Heyo.
Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. She sent nudes. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might... I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past.
Okay. So I need to set a reconnect handler. Proxy server set reconnect handler. Okay, that would work. Use the get stored server. So I can still use this fancy shit. Okay. So why isn't that working? Come on. Why you gotta be like this? What the fuck? You're not supposed to slow down? Close that. Okay. That's a bit better. This code is still eating up my... Okay, so this sentinel. Well, that's not good. Ooh, that's not fun. Let's close this. I don't need it right now. Quick. 44% CPU, huh? Ah! There it is. There we go. Okay, so I think I need to reconnect handlers, so let's let that build for a second. Currently my laptop, so things will be a bit slow. Never streamed on this before. That'll be more streamlined. Get it? Streamlined. Hopefully fairly soon. Come on. You have one job. Come on. Set server and get stored server. Stored server should be... And that's where this will be managed. Server, connect. Oh, servers. That's not right. Just get a random one for now because I don't have that setting set up yet. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Set server. Save the server before they disconnect so they can retrieve the light. Nope, don't care about that. I only cared about the storage server. Theoretically, that should work. You should connect me to one of the servers that are online. I forgot to download that. Whoops. Wait for that to come online. It'll only take a minute. This is not the fun part. Just go ahead and run that. Should almost be up. Oh, it's almost all the way up. Let's try closing some things. I don't need that running. This is why dev takes a while. Restarting a server is not a fast process. Especially one with so many plugins. Almost there. I really should have made these reload compatible and make this so much faster. Settings. Up. Oh, okay. Good thing I don't have to update this plugin very often. There we go. Let's hop into Minecraft. I'm loading up Minecraft on my other computer, so this runs a bit better. So the purpose of Hypercube is to give us a distributed system for server management. You can have multiple nodes, any number of nodes. Like currently we just have one. I should fix that. I just have one. If we had 7, it would cluster bungee cord instances, it would cluster multiverses across all 7 nodes, and that should make things much easier to scale and manage. A multiverse is a collection of similar or exact servers. So we have the lobby multiverse, and inside it we can scale here. If we wanted to add another server, just press that button. We can scale resources. We can set how much they want, how much they limit it to. Transfer policies, so we know how much a server should have in it, or how it should load balance. Let's see here. 192.99.0.101. Wow, that's the wrong server. I'm stupid. 2.168.1.240. It has port. No, don't do that. That happens sometimes. Port 3624. 3060. 3624. So added the instance there. Instance 7HZZZ to that multiverse, which is that multiverse ID. Add that IP address. Why didn't that work? Info. Okay. Hopefully this one deploys faster. Hello, people. Oi. Oh. Oh, wrong one. In the future, I plan to have this be clickable, so we can have a console to the server. See what's going on, but at the moment we just have usage in the ID. Can install plugins from here. Now I want PvP in the lobby with. Ooh. You know, that's probably a good idea. You didn't find the spigot YML file? That's weird. I need to fix that. I don't know why it's not showing this big at YML file. I thought I created that automatically when I save it. Might be why I was getting an error earlier. Setting the server to online mode.
Hey!
Hiya. Who goes there? Oh, hi.
Hi.
So what you up to?
Right now, that's what
Huh?
I'm just watching you do development.
Oh boy. Oh, tell me if you're too quiet. Why is it generating a world? Oh no, it's preparing, okay. Yeah, I limited it to less than half of a core, so startup takes a while. Let's fix that. Hopefully that shouldn't restart it. Yeah. There we go, it's going faster.
I don't even know what happened.
Don't question it. You'll see it in about 20 seconds. Man, couldn't see it? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, it's gonna do the same thing it did before, because it didn't actually update anything. Get stored. It did get the storage server, but it did not connect to it.
I don't know about that stuff. Don't ask me.
Has connected, has disconnected. So it connected to the server, but then it disconnected immediately. I wonder why that is. It never said it connected. At least not there.
Well, that's it. That's you got disconnected because we couldn't reach the fallback server.
Yeah. There is no fallback server, and there is no default server. But I do it like that because multiverses don't work like that. They spin up and shut down automatically, and Bungee Cord doesn't necessarily allow that by default, so I need to manually select the server that they connect to on login, which is what I'm trying to do. Here, I do connect them to the only online server, which should work, but it connects them to the server and then it immediately disconnects them, and I'm not 100% sure why. It is a confusing beast.
Well, it is a big project. Hypercube has been bothering me for a while.
I enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah. You have a lot of hope, it is fun. If you don't,
Oh, wait. Ooh, did I just... I might be stupid.
it happens a lot, to be honest. I do some Python coding. I get stuck on
Let me see. Why aren't you scrolling? What version is this? 1.13. That might be why. I was trying to log in with 1.12. Whoopsie daisies. The reason you can't see me logging in is because I'm doing on a second computer. Huh?
Second computer or just a second monitor?
Second computer.
Oh.
Cause I'm developing on a laptop, and it was starting to slow down, so I had to switch Minecraft to a different screen, different computer, whatever. Even right now, it's still choking up. You can watch me log in through text, though.
Yeah. The load.
Yep, it's about halfway started up. I should detect that. I'm glad I actually logged in with the wrong version. Because I should detect that in BungieCord and kick them with an error message. Because BungieCord doesn't seem to have done that natively. Yeah, BungieCord 1.13, but I logged in with 1.12. It should do that automatically. Now, watch it not work even though I'm logging in with 1.13. There I am. And I think I just logged in. Yup. Okay, I had the wrong version. Okay, so the reconnect handler does work.
That's great. You have to now detect the wrong version.
Well, yes. I do need to work on the server priorities system, though. So set like this as the default server, and it'll choose a server in this based on the policy set. So I need to implement the policy system. Feel first, the transfer policies are, say when you teleport to a different multiverse, or you log into the server, the transfer policy defines how you fill up the instances that are currently available. So fill first will fill up one server to capacity, and then spin up another server and fill that one up to capacity, and then spin up another server and fill that one up, right? Random will spin up all the servers and send you to a random one. Balanced will try to load balance based off player counts, and round robin will just send you to one, then the next, and the next. For now, though, I'm not worrying too much about that. Locking policies. Say you want to add, if you want to add a maximum player count, you add a player threshold policy. So like only 20 people can be in the server at once.
Alright.
CPU usage will lock this server, or prevent new players from joining, when it gets to 80% CPU usage, and it will unlock it when it drops down to 65%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right.
We're trying to help with this.
Can you hear yourself on the stream?
I don't know. Hold on.
It might be important, otherwise I'm just talking to myself.
Okay. Alright. Actually, I can't.
Oh, you can't?
That's great. No.
You can't. Okay, well, that's awkward. Say something.
Just ping to yourself right now. Well, whatever.
Let me see if that works better.
Let me see. I probably should. Let's see.
Amazing. Well, I have made a horrible mistake in that my second computer, I don't currently have the keyboard on it, so I can't close Minecraft without quitting the server. Just press the X button there to shut down an instance and I'll start up a new one because of auto-scaling reasons.
Alright. Now I can listen to myself, to be honest.
Huh?
So, I can listen to myself on the stream now, so that's okay. You fixed it.
Oh, you can hear yourself?
Yeah, now I can now, yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, now I don't sound crazy. If you want to bring anybody else in, that'd be nice, so I'm not just talking to myself.
Okay. Let me spam. Let me, okay, let me spam. Let me spam, okay.
Okay. How should I define if it's a lobby server? Sound is low?
Lobby server? Or
Is the
for
sound?
it's high priority.
No, is the sound quiet?
The stream? No, I think it's fine. No, I think it's fine.
Maybe I was getting an error earlier.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
I don't know.
We probably we can probably volume it up a bit.
I don't know.
How should I define if it's a
Yeah, it's probably a tad low. Let me turn that up just a tad.
sound is low?
I don't want to turn it up too high because I have a fan going and it might get annoying.
Is the sound
Yeah.
is the sound
Oh, Kaza, welcome to the stream. We're actually showcasing in developing with some, the Hypercube system we are developing on our Legends of Valeros server.
Okay, I need to add the...
Might be interesting.
Oh, why isn't it loading? Whoop. Ooh, that's not good.
That's probably better. Oh yeah.
Let's restart that. That's a bug. I need to fix that later. Okay. So since that's working again, let's go back to VS Code.
Okay,
Come
so
on.
how many Bandicoot instances will be running?
Huh?
How many Bandicoot instances you will be running?
I'm sorry, I missed that again. I was reading.
Okay, how many Bandicoot instances will be running on the alpha?
Just one at the moment. Each Bandicoot instance can handle approximately 800 players. Beyond that, you need to cluster them and load balance across multiple servers.
Alright.
It is set up to handle that. We use Redis to synchronize players across multiple instances.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't completely 100% tested it because it's not an important feature right now.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean by exit scan? What the heck? Come on.
No, you probably think of something else. What's the next scam?
Well, what language do you speak? BC. There it is. Haha. Okay.
BR is? What's BR?
We've got a fancy message of the day editor.
Oh, you do?
BR.
BR. That's something on HTML, surely, and that's Battle Royale as well. I don't know what else do you do.
Oh boy. In our initial test. Oh, right.
Okay, like people bought alpha, then they closed. Might be another server. We did have alpha passes on, and yeah.
We did
are
have
still on
we did have a
working
small issue a while back.
Yeah,
We're certainly not closed, but we did have monetary issues.
Exactly. We are still working on the project, though. It's not abandoned.
Yep. The owner is can't really talk much about it, but his business went under, and we ran into some major monetary issues for like 3 or 4 months. Right.
Yeah.
So why isn't this opening yet? So fucking slow. Here we go. Okay, so we need to have a list of multiverses to connect to on boot or on login. Boot, I'm a fucking idiot. On login.
What language is that?
Huh?
What language is that?
It's a mix of HTML and JavaScript.
Okay.
Huh?
Right, but why is that? What do you do here?
Oh, this is for the... Let me show you. Where did it go? Whatever. Oh. There it is. It's for the panel. It's where I edit what happens.
Oh, that's the panel. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why it's being slow. Oh. Maybe I do know why. Alright, yeah, see?
Alright, yeah.
Let's just add in a faux priority. Default server. It's just going to be a list of IDs. Come on. There we go. Okay. this. Almost there. Come on. I think the multiverse is slowing it down because I only have one core added. Let's actually increase that. Oh! Oh, right. Just need to get a second core so it'll run a bit faster. Ooh, that's no fun. Oh, yep, wrong login. Mythros? What's that? Hey, Miso, hop on.
How about the call boy? So that's the panel for your dedicated server, isn't it?
Huh?
That's the dedicated server panel.
This is my local VM server control panel.
Okay, not even close then.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's... Yeah, the cluster currently has issues shutting down. It's not meant to all be offline. Or at least the shared file system that I use is meant to be able to connect to. Well, I don't care if you just woke up. Hop on, darn it! That's quite the delay.
Yeah, isn't it?
Currently, gotta reboot this. The API endpoint that I made for this panel does not currently like it when it disconnects from the databases, or when the cluster goes offline. It crashes pretty hardcore. I need to fix that, but perhaps not today. Right, see? It just crashed.
Awesome. Well, you should just prioritize what's up.
Just need to wait for the cluster to come back online. Come on. Come on, big guy. Come on. Come on. Just need to find something for this. Sortable. Oh, that'll work. Why do you ask, and who are you asking? Hey, it's back online. Need to install this though. Let's add it. That depends entirely on our content development team. They should be streaming Friday on
yeah, let me tell you. You can see the streams on the description. Content development is on Fridays. Yeah.
You can ask Miso what's going on with content development. I don't know what's going on with that. I just make the plugins.
Actually, the plugins are way,
Miso,
you know.
Miso should be on it in a bit. Cough, cough.
Oh, okay.
Miso! Hey!
He's probably eating his soup right now.
No, I know he's there. I know he's there. He has to be.
Oh, Brad, about the alpha, we are aiming for Q4 of 2018. Which,
Oh, right, yeah, that's important.
It is like, I don't know, Q4 is like in a month or two, isn't it?
Huh?
When is Q4 coming in?
Well, let's see.
I mean, it should
12
be
months of the
here.
year. 3, 6, 9, 12. The last 3 months of the year, so that's sometime between now and the end of the year. It's all. It's. I believe today was the start of Q4. So you should kick their.
Yeah.
Kick the dudes into gear, man. No, seriously. Go kick their ass or something.
So yeah, probably alpha will be till the end of the year. We should have an alpha release. You can stay tuned with you know, everything we do on our Discord, which is on the description, and
yeah, we're gonna try and do streams weekly. I'll try and do them every Monday. Builders are gonna try and do them every Wednesday, and content dev is gonna try and do them every Friday to keep people updated on what's going on.
Yeah.
Because we've been having communication issues, to put it lightly.
Yeah, there are many people working with different time zones and all that.
Yeah.
So it is indeed a big project, though.
Yep. Class handball. Let's just steal that. Let's try that. Still coming online. This cluster takes a while to start.
It's been like 5 minutes now.
Yep,
Even more.
it's gotta start up some things before it can start up the fuck, I can't even think of the word. It has to start up the base cluster before it can start up the shared file system, before it can start up Bungee Cord, before it can start up the multiverses, before it can start up the Sentinel, before it can start up the database, before it can start up Redis.
Yeah, if the cluster is not up, nothing works.
Huh?
If the cluster is not online, nothing works.
Right.
So, do you have any idea why it takes so much time to load?
I just said.
Oh, because of your API.
No, it's just the things that it has to... There's a lot of stuff it has to load.
Okay.
See... I don't know why that isn't working. Can it only use ULs? Can it use tables? That'd be weird if it couldn't. Man, that's a terrible library. Oh, well, that's not fun. There we go. It's all up and running now. Just do something simple for now, since I don't have time for this. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're very quiet.
Yeah, I have nothing to say right now.
See, that's my issue. And you were telling me to talk. Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
Where's Miso? I thought he said he was coming in.
He never really declared that he was coming in.
I declared that he was coming in.
Okay.
That should be enough.
I
Okay.
spammed him. Kind of. Oh, Ogre's online. I don't know if he's on.
Oh no, don't invite him.
No?
Just don't. Please don't.
Fine.
Just trust me.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to do anything. If you don't. I mean, it's
Hey,
your
if-
stream, so you're the boss here.
Yeah, but do you want to get banned from YouTube? No, you don't.
I mean, we do have a backup channel. So, yeah.
Hmm?
We do have a backup channel, so that's...
Right. He's definitely a character.
Okay, Misho replied. He said, I just woke up, let me wash up at least. You woke up 20 minutes ago. Liar.
Okay. There should be a button right there, but I don't know why there isn't. My dog is going absolutely crazy outside for some
Yeah.
reason.
Probably a cat.
They're new dogs, so they don't know how to not be annoying. Oh, that's because I was
You
adding
have
it in the
issues
wrong
with your
place.
neighbor.
Huh?
Don't you have issues with your Don't you have issues with your neighbor?
I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Oh, okay.
If I have issues with my neighbor, then I have more issues than just my neighbor.
Mhm.
Okay, that's not what I wanted. If I just add a second line. There we go. Should I have a better idea.
So what are you trying to achieve now? Make that thing move?
The login multiverses. Let's say you add a multiverse for the lobby and a multiverse for the backup lobby in case one of them is offline. You add them both here and it will do just that.
Alright.
This is just how the player logs in when they do log in. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Or does it? Wow, it's just going crazy out there, huh?
Hello.
Hiya.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Good
How's
morning.
everyone doing?
7 p.m. for me here. So. Good morning, I guess.
Yeah. Jim, you're from Greece, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's gonna be different time over there.
Yeah, it's 7 p.m.
So you are basically 9, 10, 11, 12, 2 plus 9 hours ahead.
That's
Okay.
great.
Whoa, this
Am I
is
he-
weird. It's like an echo.
Well, then mute it.
Echo.
Mute? Oh, no, no, I'm watching the YouTube live at the same time.
Yeah, so mute it.
Yeah, mute live. Mute the live.
Ah. Smart.
Common sense, dude.
I never
Man, you're
been on a
supposed to be the
live
smart
stream
one here.
before. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not the one programming. Not to be too smart. It looks like a few people have asked questions.
Yeah, we did answer, so.
Mostly,
Are ye a furry?
right?
Yes.
I,
What?
Well, Bear is a furry.
Oi, you're not supposed to tell him. I'm supposed to keep it shrouded in mystery, okay?
Well, I mean, we need a sense of honesty between.
Well, I mean, I just
Yeah.
didn't answer a question.
Oh, okay. What else? I'll answer the questions. Any news on alpha release, and if not, a date? Can you say if it's close?
Woody does answer that as well. That's like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago or so.
Yeah, I'm sure Bear has said something along the lines of, "Oh, it depends on the content team."
Oh, yes, exactly that.
Oh, okay.
And then I told him to talk
That's
to
what
me,
I-
so.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just
Well-
the plugin dev.
I'm aiming for the end of October to have content ready.
Ooh, that's pretty hefty deadline.
Yeah. Well, I
Considering
mean, I'm
the
setting
last-
myself a deadline.
Considering the last 6 months.
I'd say 6 years.
I almost
Oh,
did on
somewhat
accident.
accurate.
We haven't existed for 6 years, so let's just set the record straight there.
So what?
Well, I thought we were.
The actual project took 6 years?
No.
Well, someone
I
said
was-
5 years, and then it's
5
been a
years,
year.
Okay, that's where I have been left. I mean,
Right?
I remember it
So,
was 4 years, but now it's 5. So, you know.
been here for a long time.
Yeah, let's aim for 10 years and then we can release.
10 years. Oh, jeez. I'm
why
sorry,
not?
Brad Hilton. 7 years.
It will be the PUBG of Minecraft.
Yes,
Oh lordy.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
That
like
didn't
PUBG is
work.
still in alpha.
Oh,
Or
hey, it
beta,
worked.
whatever.
Oh shit, it worked. I should really not be
Oh,
that
well,
happy
it's
about that
reassuring.
situation.
The
Shut up.
programmer should know exactly what he's doing.
Hey. Not always, okay?
Sometimes you're throwing things into the darkness and hoping for the best.
I think it's only us watching the streamer now.
No, there's
No
one
one
other
is on,
dude.
but whatever.
Personally,
No,
yeah,
it's actually
I know one
I,
of
you,
them's
and Misha.
Danny, and one of them's me.
Hey, this is a good
Yeah,
time.
another
We gotta
one's
document this. Am I allowed to swear?
I don't know.
Yeah. Not
Well, I mean-
extensively, though.
In comparison to what?
Cause I've got the mouth of a sailor if you don't put a cap on me.
Afraid I'm out of caps. I'm sure it's fine, right?
Yeah, don't overdo it.
Right. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat, man.
Woo.
As I said, we do have a second channel up, so, you know.
A second time lapse?
No, we have a second channel on YouTube.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, you could have more than one going on, but
There, see? It's working.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know what's working.
I'm working on the login multiverse priority. You have no idea what that means, do you?
Nah,
Right.
no clue. I'm
That's
just
fine.
answering questions, my man. Let's see. Alright. In case they come back,
Fucking JavaScript
personally
is
aiming
weird.
for the end of October.
I think he left. JavaScript has such weird naming schemes. Splice, yeah, I had that right. Splice.
So we expect an alpha release on mid-November or so.
Possible. I may need some builds done because when I'm writing, I realize, oh shoot, there's nothing over there. And then I have to propose
cool.
a plan to Og, and then
You're
once
proposing?
Og approves after a week.
To who?
Well, I have to talk to Og if it's okay. And then if he says
Who's the
okay
lucky
after a
girl?
week, who's the lucky girl?
Well, you said you were
Wow.
proposing.
It can be you.
Really?
Getting the ring forged.
Oh?
Oh,
Who?
by the dwarf.
I only need some soup.
You can just wear the bowl on your head.
Oh. Hey, that worked.
I'm sure half the people here don't know what miso soup is in our community.
Hey, I made it. Like a couple months ago.
Yeah. It's so good.
Oh, it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, man.
Unfortunately, we haven't had it since then.
Raw. Oh, yeah.
Well, actually did eat soup this afternoon,
No, you didn't.
but it was yeah, it's pork soup though.
It was what soup? Pork soup?
Pork soup, yeah.
Pork soup.
Yeah,
That's as simple as it gets, man.
You know, you're probably not wrong.
yeah. There is pieces of pork with
No,
potatoes, carrots, and
some
rice.
dude in chat
What?
said he's making that in end of October, but delayed until November, and then delayed until finally releases in December.
It's like,
Okay, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
like some people to have hope.
Well, we do have hope on you, mission, so you know.
Yes. I mean, I can do things on
Do what you
time.
gotta do, babe.
What I could do is just
Yeah.
expedite my work and not wait till Og to answer.
Yeah,
Huh?
just do that.
Oh, so you're doing work and then you wait for Ogu to approve it?
Right, so it's a very
Question.
slow process.
Question.
Yes.
Has he ever said no?
Yes. Yes.
He said no before?
He said no. That doesn't make sense. Or I don't see how that could work. Or I personally don't
No.
like that.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay,
Whoever
it
you
looks
want,
like I'm
dude.
back to the drawing board.
Do whatever you want.
A
And
little
then I crawl back into my cave and
that
start writing again.
nerd.
BRB.
Okay, well, I mean, I could just, based off of the guidelines he said in the past, you know, get through this process here.
Yeah, he.
And then
Well,
I would be done by October.
well, he likes to write things down, but they're very cliche, and he thinks they're not.
Yeah. And then, at one point he said he likes cliche.
Right? And then,
And I'm like, so maybe I should
Well, we
just
can do
finish
better
it
than that.
and then... Yeah, absolutely. That's what I think. Cliche is boring. And I'm sure some people can appreciate.
but you can take a
unique
cliche
writing.
concept and make it better.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like a story arc.
Okay, why the heck?
Arch. Ooh, that's very colorful.
Fix that.
It's like you know that Home Depot section where they have all this color
Oh,
palette?
right.
Totally reminds me of that.
I'll just bold it since I can't figure out how to make colors. Don't judge me.
Color gradients.
Do you like the
Maybe
little?
like
Do you like the
red.
loading animation?
Loading animation.
Here, look,
Oh, it's
I'll
like
show you.
switches.
Yeah, there it
Okay.
is.
Oh, remember, what I see is delayed.
It's okay, I
Good
circled
screen
it.
share. And, stream.
Silence.
Sorry.
See, I don't think I can handle streaming and screen sharing at the same time, so...
Yeah. It's a little too much. Especially if, on Sally's watching Netflix, and then Uncle Tom is,
Ooh.
Zoom calling with his dear
Zoom?
buddies.
Zoom calling?
Zoom call. You know what Zoom is?
No idea.
It's a video chat program.
Oh,
It's
that's...
probably one of the best.
Okay, then.
Skype's dead, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Discord took that throne. Well, at least in the gaming,
Yeah.
gaming community.
Okay, let's try that. Theoretically, that should work.
Theoretically.
Well, then I need to switch back
Guess it's
over
on
to the
the-
plugin. I need to switch back over to the bungee cord plugin and implement that.
Hmm.
And then and only then, will it be working enough to put it on the server itself.
Okay. Well, I use a lot of this.
Okay, so I've explained this before during the stream, but I'll explain again since you're here.
Yes.
Instances.
Please do.
Okay, so a multiverse is a collection of similar or exactly the same Minecraft servers, right? Same configuration, same world, same plugins, etc.,
Yes.
right? Inside a multiverse, you have instances, which is the actual instance of the Minecraft server. Okay? You can
I'm
set...
following, yes.
Okay, yes. So... What?
It's working?
Okay, no. It says it's using 3000% CPU. Let's ignore that. So you can set it to...
Wow.
Right?
A lot of CPUs.
So you can set resources required and resource maximums for each of the instances. So you can set minimum CPU required to start the server. You can set the limit, etc. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so policies are where the fancy shit is. Okay? So a locking policy, I should explain that first, is when the server should stop accepting new players. Okay?
Yes, I
So-
remember that.
So if the
Your
CPU
dog is going off every 5 seconds.
So if the CPU usage goes over 80%, it'll lock the server until it goes under 65%. Okay?
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
If you want to set a max player count, you add a player threshold, and that'll give you your maximum players per instance. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so... now leading into that, we'll get to transfer policies. A transfer policy is how a server fills up. Okay?
Right.
So if the transfer policy, for example, is fill first, it'll fill up the first instance until it locks, and then fill up the second instance until it locks, and then fill up the third instance until it locks.
Efficiency.
Yes. If one of them unlocks, it fills that one up until it locks, and then makes a new one if it needs to. Right? Then there's
Yes.
also random, which randomly teleports people into any instance within the multiverse. Okay, that one requires... that one does not allow auto-scaling. Okay,
Okay.
nor does balanced, nor does round-robin. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
So, fill first
Can you
is
click
the...
it again?
Huh?
Can you click the drop down?
Fill first is the only one that actually has auto-scaling enabled, due to how it works.
Aha.
Okay. So, shutdown policy is how a server should be updated. Okay. So, rolling
Welcome
trans-
back.
Huh?
Well, it seems I'm back. Hi.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
talking. Hold on.
What happened?
So, a shutdown policy, rolling transport, for example, will spawn a new instance and then transport players into it before shutting down the old instance to do a rolling update, right? Then there's safe transport, which will all players to a different multiverse before restarting the instance. So it'll switch multiverses completely.
Oh, BRB.
Right. I do remember that, yeah.
Immediate just shuts down the instance. Doesn't care about what players do. It just kicks them from the server.
Does it save their player data?
Oh yeah, but Patient will disallow new players from joining and wait till all players have willingly left the instance to restart it. Right? And Lazy just lets any players join, any players leave, and waits until all players is left to restart it. Okay. You can set how many instances. You can set how many.
And you have all the descriptions underneath when you.
Yes. Let's lower this because
good.
Do something. You can just easily.
That's your dog, right there?
Yeah. Okay, so you can update the instance count from here. Press it once. Push update. And you'll see it pop up here, theoretically. There it is. Easy peasy. New server started.
Wow.
That takes a minute, so we'll just turn that back offline. Now let's say we enable auto-scaling. Minimum number of instances and the maximum number of instances. Okay?
Push up.
That's
that push to update's a little difficult to find.
Right.
A little bit.
Eh.
My goodness.
Yeah, I do need to add another button up there to restart all instances. Right? Okay, so with auto-scaling, you always have to have at least one server online. Right? Otherwise...
Which is the lobby?
No. In a multiverse, if you're auto-scaling, you have to have at least one instance online.
Okay.
Okay?
At least have some point of reference?
Yes. Otherwise it doesn't know players are trying to join the server. And since servers take so long to start up, it's better to have one waiting. I'm also going to be adding in an idle server setting. So you can have, say, 2 servers on standby waiting for a server to lock. So if a server locks, another instance is instantly ready to accept players. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I do need to fix that CPU issue. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, 3,651%.
Yeah. Settings. You can choose a world here. It's just using the Ralby world. It's set to read only because this can have multiple instances online in it. If you create a world, it's best to set it to writable or turn off writable, because if you come here,
so it just reads from the drive, right?
Yes.
It doesn't rewrite.
Yes, because if you have multiple instances in the lobby online and your world is writable, there's a good chance you could corrupt it because multiple things are trying to write to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, you can set the basic settings there, all that jazz. Max players, I should actually remove that and set it to infinite, because that is handled in the locking policies. And you're going to have statistics right there, but you're going to have statistics right there, but I haven't done that yet. Well, MOTD editor. Let's see, it's pretty fancy.
Indeed. Allow flight. Oh, for like elytras? Or just like creative fly?
Bad flying.
Bad flying. Oh, for all you illegals out there.
Right. I forget that
not
you're
illegal.
I forget that you're a few seconds behind. My bad.
A little bit.
In the MOTD editor, the alignment does completely work. I've tested it thoroughly.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, you sound so excited.
I love aesthetics, so if
Ooh,
you ever
me
make
too.
something aesthetically pleasing, hit me up.
Oh. Login multiverse priority. This will send them to lobby multiverse first. And then if you had a second server, you could send them to that one if this one was offline. Set the server icon. Just click it. Oh, really should not have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it
Line
likes
1,
to,
line 2, line 3.
it likes to slow stuff down.
Our Valeros needs you.
If you click off of the MOTD editor, it will scroll through them, like every 5 seconds or so.
Login multiverse priority. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Is Jim still here?
I don't know, I think he left. Timeout is how long until an unresponsive server disconnects from it, or from bungee cord.
Is that just someone just sitting there?
No,
or
if an
they're
actual...
trying to connect and nothing's happening?
No, hold on. If an actual instance freezes, like a server instance, if it freezes, it will get disconnected from bungee cord after 30 seconds. I'm actually thinking about removing that option and keeping it at 30. And connection
That's default? Like, there's no variability there?
Yeah, I might remove it. Connection throttle, if somebody disconnects and reconnects, you have to wait 4 seconds or 4,000 milliseconds. And compression. Yeah. It's best to set that to minimal for large servers. But that's just if bungee cord should compress network traffic. Yeah, it's fancy.
It is very fancy. I applaud you, Bear.
Thank. The difference between a VIP rank and alpha. Yeah,
Just thank.
I'm just trying to get to the same are actually different. Mesa, you want to answer that one?
Oh. So just wondering, what is the difference between the VIP rank and the alpha? And that the alphas get, and the donate rank that just donating gets you. Are they the same or actually different? Well, they are different. If I'm not mistaken, the donator rank is simply donating out of the generosity of your heart. And then should be written on the donator page as well. Let me check to confirm so I'm not spreading false information. So yeah, donators get 1 million gold.
What?
No, they don't. Let me check that out for you, Mr. Hilton.
Oh.
Oh?
It says it has the limit for CPU set to 1 milli-CPU.
Whoa.
Which
That's just some
certainly
miscalculations there?
certainly cannot be correct.
Check this exact deadline. Yes, we need to update that.
So Miso, what are you working on?
Well, I'm currently just joining up with you in chat.
Limits 1 millisecond. Doesn't make any sense.
But I will have some material on Friday to talk about.
Woo!
It's the alpha ranks.
Ooh, maybe it's 1 because...
Find the alpha access perk is a one-time payment, granting alpha access status on all our Valeros servers.
Oh, that's why. Okay,
There
I
are
fixed
also one-time
that.
payment, giving access to a special game pet that can be used on any server, anytime. So you verify your character to make sure you are account owner. Yes.
I fixed that bug.
What bug? The 5,000 CPU?
Yep. I set it to 1,000 millicPUs, right?
Yeah.
And it changed it to 1 CPU. And I didn't handle it correctly.
Yeah.
So it should be working just fine. Yep, 4% CPU.
Excellent.
Woo! I kinda know what I'm doing sometimes.
Mother. Ooh, Jim's in trouble. What's going on? Okay, closed alpha access, upgrade to alpha plus X access, and then donations.
Okay, so relatively productive morning.
Yeah. Something about having people watch you that makes you a little bit more productive.
Man, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, that applies to everybody.
Right.
I tested it before. Yeah, just, I don't know, like doing homework or something. Invite a friend and have them just stare at you for the next hour. See how productive you get. It actually does work. VIP rank that the alphas get. Difference between the VIP rank the alphas get and the donator rank that the donator gets.
Okay,
VIP
so I'll have
rank.
to...
Oh, are they talking about alpha plus?
do we have a donator rank?
Well, they get a little tag saying that they're a donator.
Right.
So it's like bragging rights.
Right, okay, so...
But they don't necessarily get superpowers or like a special pet or anything. But it does contribute to Valeros, Legends of Valeros. And we are very thankful. And that's why you get that rank.
Okay,
and then the
so...
VIP rank the alphas get, Alpha Plus, I believe they get something special if you upgrade from Alpha to Alpha Plus.
I need to switch around.
You got extra goodies and a small money pouch to start your adventure.
I need to...
Yeah, so that would be
change
the
how the
difference.
policies page works. So...
Hope I answered your question. Mr. Hilton.
Hilton, huh?
Mr. Hilton.
I'm really
Of
glad...
the Hilton Hotel.
Instances. Transfer policy. Should move that down.
Just in case I can type up an answer too. Okay, so it looks like he is here. They are different. Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Okay, so for the other... So that'll balance players across instances. But how exactly should that work in practice? Have a specific number of instances, but not allow scaling is the only way that I can think of. Do I need to allow scaling though? No, I don't need to do that. I can have that how it was.
I know if Og hears the word scaling, he's gonna think it's gonna scale all the stats for weapons and mobs.
Right.
Which is what he discovered. Cyber. You're like, ooh, auto scaling.
Okay, so let's say you have fill first, and auto-scaling is disabled. If you have 3 instances, it'll fill up the first instance, then the second instance, then the third instance. Let's say alphabetical order for consistency reasons. Okay?
Okay.
If you enable auto-scaling, it'll fill one up, unlock the next one, fill it up, unlock the next one, fill it up. Easy peasy, right? Random will transport them to into any unlocked online server. Right?
Yes.
If you enable auto-scaling, it'll do the same thing, but it won't transport them into sideline instances.
Oh, Bear, it looks like we got a question for you.
Should it... Hold on, give me just a second.
Okay.
Should there
let's
be a
handle
setting
that.
for... Should there be a setting for minimum unlocked servers?
Minimum unlocked servers.
An unlocked server is an instance that players can log into.
Right, right. Remember, I understand that.
Always keep at least 3 unlocked servers online.
And what happens if there isn't?
It spins them up.
Oh, okay.
Up
Pretty
to the
cool.
maximum number of instances, of course. I'll answer your
I
question
see.
in a second. Hilton, whatever. Give me just a minute. What would I call it though?
There should be some way to determine how many you need minimum.
Okay, or minimum instances is the minimum number that can be online. Actually, I can use that. No, I need that to be a separate option. Okay, minimum instances is the lowest possible number of instances that can be online. It cannot be less than or equal to 0, because an instance needs to be online so that it knows when to load balance, right?
Right, so there's always at least one.
Let's say it load balances, or it scales up. There is a maximum cap, okay? You can scale up to 5 instances. Let's say you want to make things faster and easier for players, so you add some sideline instances, okay? Sideline instances are instances that are locked, but no players are in. They're on standby, waiting for an unlock request or a scale request. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So, if it tries to scale it up and there's a standby server, it'll unlock that standby server so it is instantly available instead of waiting for it to come online. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
However, we need to have another setting for the minimum number of unlocked servers online. So say you always have 3 servers unlocked and accepting players.
Okay.
If one of them gets locked, it'll spin up a third one, but those 2 will still be available accepting players.
Okay.
What should we call that?
I'd just call it minimum unlocked servers, wouldn't you?
I don't have that much space.
Min unlocked. You have enough space for that?
We'll try it.
Min unlocked.
Okay, so Hilton, Hypercube is, let's say you have 3 servers, 3 machines, 3 nodes, whatever you want to call them, right? And you want to turn on a Minecraft server, right? For large networks, it's, excuse my French, but it's a pain of the ass. Did I just say that wrong? It's a pain in the ass to schedule those servers onto those 3 machines without some complicated script doing the scheduling for you. Right? So spinning up a Minecraft server on all 3 of them and connecting them together with bungee cord, right? Then say those servers get filled up.
I think it sounds already quite complicated.
It is a complicated system. I don't know how to make it less complicated.
You're gonna have to bust out a drawing board.
Yeah.
A diagram or two.
Okay, let me use an example. So you know Hypixel, right? They have game servers. They have let's just pick one. What's one? What's a game in Hypixel?
Let's say Warlords.
Okay, Warlords. Let's say players want to start a new game of Warlords. So they click on the sign and they join the server. Now, a few questions you have to ask yourself. Who started that server online? Is that server already on? Where is that server at? And is it always running?
To ponder.
I can assure you that that minigame server is not 100% 24/7 running, because that just eats up computer resources. Right? So it comes online when demand for the game is high. So if there are 1,000 players wanting to play the Warlords, it'll start up 100 Warlord servers. But when it's nighttime, or when demand is low, it'll scale down the number of Warlord servers available to not eat up resources. That's essentially what the system does. So if we have 1,000 players suddenly want to log into the server, it'll automatically scale up the number of servers available to handle that and accommodate all those players. without intervention from any staff member. It'll also lead us into the instance dungeon system. So if you want to go into an instance dungeon, so if you want to go into a dungeon, it'll tell Hypercube to spin up a new instance of the dungeon and teleport you to it.
Okay.
It uses bungee
I was
cord.
able to understand that.
It uses bungee cord in the background. Bungee cord natively, if you want to add new servers, you have to restart the bungee cord instance. But I made a system that automatically adds discovered servers to bungee cord.
What's bungee cord there?
Well, he knows what bungee cord is.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he just mentioned it.
Connects multiple.
It does use bungee cord as the proxy server. I didn't want to reinvent the wheel on that instance, but it's basically a wrapper on top of bungee cord to allow
Very nice.
hot adding and hot removing servers. Also world management, server management, plugin management, all that jazz. I plan on adding in statistics, whole bunch of statistics. I already have the groundwork for that laid. Bans, warnings, an auditing system, tasks, automatic DNS management, all that fancy stuff. I also plan on adding in a console, but that's later.
Oh, that's... yeah.
It's not important at this very moment.
As long as it works, I'm happy.
Yeah. The plan is to release this as a service, not necessarily open source, but as a service to hopefully bring in a second source of income for the server.
Wow.
If you've ever heard of Goliath, that's Hypixel's system.
Goliath?
Yeah. Hypixel made their own sort of system like this, but it's just a bunch of bash files, if I remember correctly.
Goliath. Actually, I did not know that.
Yeah, Goliath. Not much is known about it. It's basically just a statistics hub, and you can spin and turn on servers, you can shut them down, statistics, all that jazz, player stats. Huh?
Found a new member on a Hypixel called Goliath.
But yeah, this
Control panel? Question mark.
something that Og, the owner, wanted in alpha release was instance dungeons. He really wanted that. But unfortunately, this was the system that we needed to make that feasible.
Yeah,
So
you've
hopefully-
been working on this for
So hopefully
past 2
short...
months.
Yeah, more than that. So, hopefully, shortly after alpha release, instance dungeons will be available. And hopefully, alpha will be running on Hypercube.
Lots of excitement there. Instance dungeons. Wow, can you imagine that? We're basically recreating World of Warcraft.
The scaling system is really the whole point of this. Because the instance dungeons, we don't want them running all the time, because that'd just be a waste on resources. It would also limit the amount that we can have. That's heckin' complicated.
Can't wait till you write the documentation for this.
I've been planning this system for 2 years?
2 years. Oh, you've been writing things down? The whole
Yes.
time? Oh.
That's why it's only taken, what, 2 months to get from not even written to somewhat stable?
Yeah, you blazed through it. I'm like, where did this all come from?
It's fucking hard, man. See, even if I wanted to come here, currently scaling doesn't exist, but if I come here and I press that button, suddenly 2 lobby servers are online.
Oh,
See,
suddenly.
spinning up.
Wow.
You want to delete it? Press that button. It gets deleted. Say if it crashes. It simulates a crash, basically.
Oh.
Exactly. Instance dungeon servers will actually be shared across multiple players. 10 or 20 players should be able to, maybe even more, should be able to fit in one instance dungeon server. But since we want a whole bunch of players to be able to go into instance dungeons at once, and guilds and player houses and all that jazz, we don't want those servers running 24/7. If nobody's in a dungeon, why should we be wasting... If nobody's in a dungeon, why should we be wasting resources running the server?
That was a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's
You
not...
want a lag-free server.
Right. We can already handle like 100 players on the main server. Lag free.
Yeah.
But this shit, this kind of thought is why we can do that. Windcraft can only handle what, like 40
Per server.
per server,
Yes.
and in alpha we can already handle like 100.
Slow clap, please.
If we need to in the future, we'll actually split each of the zones into their own multiverse. And then when you cross a zone in-game, it'll teleport you to the multiverse. Which will make sure players can see each other in-game. Instead of maybe one person being in one zone and one person being in another, you'll conglomerate each player into zone servers.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
And then it won't lag because you have
Yeah, and then you
40
can...
players in one area killing mobs.
Or you don't have them across on different sides of the world loading chunks.
Yeah, right.
You only
Okay,
have
I
one
see
zone
what
loaded.
Optimize.
Yeah. One zone, one set of batch of citizens, NPCs, one batch of mobs, and people can see each other.
It's ingenious.
Yeah. It'll also let us use the auto-scaling system for that, so if more players are in one zone, it'll scale the instances of that zone.
Oh, that utilizes what you developed there too.
Mm-hmm. That would hook into the party system, so party members get on the same servers. Regardless if they're to capacity. I will give a little bit of leeway in that system. So if you go over the player threshold, but by 2 players, then it won't be much of an issue.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
It's already basically done. I just need to add in the auto-scaling system. That's going to be added into the Sentinel.
The Sentinel.
Yes.
What is a Sentinel?
This little guy.
I'm gonna have to wait a few seconds. And then, how would you manage knowing when a player crosses the zone? That's just coordinate-based, like...
Oh, I already do that.
Just players?
When you cross a zone, you see that title? Like Azure
Yeah.
Forest?
Right.
Yeah.
So you just
It's-
utilize that.
It's
Information.
mildly expensive.
Mhm.
I believe I run the
Are
check.
you-
I believe I run the check approximately every 3 seconds.
Every 3 seconds. Wow.
But when more players are online,
What
is
block is that? What block is directly underneath you?
yes,
Or
at bedrock.
at bedrock?
What it does is for each player on this, each tick, it checks one player on the server. Right?
Wow.
So
Okay.
it'll
Yeah.
check me one tick, and then it'll check you the next tick. So if there are 80 players online, the maximum amount of time you'll wait is 3 seconds to get a zone update. Since world checks can be expensive, I can actually increase that to about 5 players per tick. But it's not really necessary because zones aren't completely important at the moment.
Yeah. It's like a future thing.
I do believe I lazy load things for zones. We're gonna have to stop here in a minute, it's noon. But I believe I lazy load things for zones. So I don't load any citizens NPCs, I don't load any mobs, I don't load any quests from a certain zone until a player walks into that zone.
Ah, yes. I like that. Because they don't have 50 NPCs waiting in a city that's not being used.
Right. That did an issue because zones aren't square. I did have to save like which zone a spawner is in, but it's really no issue. If you change a zone without updating the spawner, then you're gonna run into some issues.
Oh, I think I see like a few windows.
The Sentinel is... Okay, so that's for the hot adding and hot removing bungee cord servers.
Hot removing.
Yeah, so say you start up an instance, it adds itself to all the existing bungee cord servers, right?
Yes.
They add it to their repertoire, and players can go there immediately. But, okay, and if a server stops, it tells the bungee cord instances to remove them from the servers. Right? It's instant. No
Yeah.
issues. The problem comes if a server crashes. It doesn't notify the bungee cord instances that something went wrong.
Does the Sentinel handle that?
The Sentinel occasionally checks for those dead servers
Oh.
and notifies the bungee cord instances if need be.
Okay.
In the
It's
future,
like a communicator.
yeah, it's also going to handle the auto-scaling. It'll check the CPU usage, the RAM usage. It'll make sure all those stay under the mounts. All that jazz. If a server's too full, it'll tell the replication controller to spin up a new instance. If it starts getting empty, it'll tell it to delete itself. All that jazz. Basically, the Sentinel is where the policies are handled. It's what handles the transfer policies and the auto-scaling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like turning Hypercube into a sentient being.
Not really. But nice try.
Becomes self-aware.
Nice try, man, but no.
Fine.
We kind of talked that last half hour. I didn't even finish implementing the login priority. Shouldn't be too difficult. Oh!
Let's do it real quick.
Huh?
Quickly!
No, I can't.
And done.
Oh, but yeah. So, I got things I need to do. I need to go feed the animals, take care of them. I need to go feed the dogs.
The aminals.
Let out the goats. All that
The
jazz.
goats.
Huh?
Did you say you have goats?
Yeah.
You live on a farm.
A ranch.
A ranch. This is all new to me.
Really? I've known you for how long?
A year?
Yeah.
Close to a year? Well, you kind of explained something about a shed. Anyways, I probably shouldn't reveal
I don't
where
care.
we live. And then Ali, a team's gonna come over and try to advertise his server to you.
Well, it's noon. I got things I need to do. So, hey, don't die.
Sounds good. Yeah. All right. Well,
Hopefully the
Thank
build
you.
team will be here Wednesday, but they did do a stream Sunday, so they might not be up to it. Miso, you are up on Friday.
oh, gulp. I will definitely have content ready by then, to show off,
Yeah.
but not all of it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for people
Not
who are
necessarily
watching.
just showing off. Not necessarily just showing off. Just show
Yeah,
yourself
you can see the
developing, writing,
process.
whatever.
Yeah.
You can watch the very convoluted process.
Yeah. Exactly. They can really get to see what's happening in the background. Then
Ooh, maybe they'll finally realize why it's taking so fucking long.
it's like, wow, your communication is impeccable.
Right? Okay, well,
Anyways.
Yep.
Guess you can
hey, don't
wrap it
die.
up here,
Don't die.
Mr. Bear.
I'll try and do this weekly from now on.
Awesome. I'll try to have the Friday weekly.
Woohoo. Get on the build team.
I can build too, yeah.
Make sure they do their no, I mean, make sure they do their Wednesday things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Get on their butt about that. Okay.
right. Let's see if this keybind works.